right? I mean, think about it though. I mean, and let's talk about this. Now we're going to jump to content creation. We've talked about this
Uh,
before. We see certain creators out there running with a formula and it's awesome,
yeah,
right? Okay. And the thing about it is this, some people will say, "Oh, I don't want to." Like we look at guys like, okay, we'll mention some names like the quartering. The quartering runs with a content creation. He runs with a production formula, a
right,
certain number of videos released within a certain period of time to try to feed
right,
the algorithm to make it recommend him. Now he is doing social and political commentary, so his revenue per mil, how much he makes per thousand views, is lower than other categories. Okay, so those guys in that space, they have lower RPM than others.
uh
Okay,
huh,
so people doing beauty, people doing health and fitness, people doing especially financial, those three are very high RPMs. Lifestyle, like lifestyle stuff, food, food
yeah,
vloggers and bloggers, high RPMs. Okay, but the political commentary guys relatively low, just because, especially the extreme ones, left, right, they're really low, just because when you make financial videos, you get people tuning in who are in a different spending category.
hmm
Okay, beauty bloggers, they're people are looking at them and they're going to buy product. Okay, whereas the guys are looking at people complaining about transgender people taking over sports. They're not necessarily the spending demographic.
no, no, no.
Okay,
They
but
just somebody want to hear what's going on
yeah,
here.
but get enough views and you'll still make really good money. And the thing is that you can't create a channel like that and be overly produced. If it costs you too much money to create that content, your margins are going to drop dramatically. So if you're going to make something like the quartering, if you're going to make something like any of these political channels, you have to run really lean. Okay, you have to run really lean in terms of costs.
Oh yeah,
Okay, you have to. In order to make it profitable. And the great thing about it is most of these guys are just regular people in their spare bedrooms making content, and the money they make is really, really good for what they do.
he was because of course I try to watch him to get his commentary on the government shutdown,
Oh,
and
quartering Jeremy,
y-
the quartering.
yeah, yeah, it like actually it's been kind of cringe, kind of listening to everybody, but one of the things he kept saying was like, well, I sit here and make YouTube videos all day. You don't see me asking for money from the government.
Yeah,
Like, shut up.
I mean they know their place in the world. Like, okay, so the opposite, not the opposite, but a different version of the quartering is shoe on head.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now shoe on head. Now she has her own shtick. She is. It's funny. She claims to be a progressive feminist, but I guess she. I mean,
You
you,
can't be a straight feminist.
yeah, you can. I mean, like,
Uh,
feminism doesn't necessarily have to be blue-haired, crazy-ass gay people. Okay,
you
and
gonna
we're, and
have
we're not
conservative
saying that
values.
there's nothing bad about gay folks. It's when you combine all these things together, like when people are intolerant, right, on both sides, that's where things get out of hand, right? And that's why you get a lot of people who fall in that feminist spectrum that you just hate because they're intolerant people, right? They just, I mean, they don't understand how there's got to be some give and take, and they're not giving it all. They just want things to convert to what they want now. They
Yeah.
can't take anything slower. They don't understand. But so shoe on head, why she's different, and she makes what really come out to be videos from a conservative point of view, really, if you really think about it. But the thing about her is that she makes far fewer videos. She makes one every few days at the most,
Oh no.
because she's heavily scripted. She does a lot of research.
hmm
So she's not just reacting to news. She's basically she's written a term paper about the subject, and it's really, I mean, she has a lot of research done. She has a lot of B-roll, a lot of sources she's citing. It's the well thought out version. Okay, and that's why it takes her so long. Okay, but she's also running lean. She's the person doing her own scripting. She runs like us, just fixed cameras, fixed lighting. She does her own editing. She's a lady nerd. Okay, and she does it all herself. And her views are pretty impressive. Every video she puts out gets millions of views. Okay,
Mm-mm.
and she makes really great money because she's running lean. Okay, her
Yeah.
numbers are nowhere near what the quarterings numbers are. Okay, but because of her angle, and she's making really good money.
Wait, who has more views, the car or the quartering?
Okay, on each individual video, her by far. But
But
when you add up
overall,
all his videos, I don't know. I actually did a. Okay, hold on. This is interesting. Hold on. Let me go back to my notes here.
yeah, notes, y'all. That's how you know it's getting serious. This is like real content creation
So
analysis right
I
here.
did a consult the other day for another aspiring would be creator, and it's my thing is that as a creator, you got to approach it as a business.
Yeah,
You have to accept that if you want to grow bigger faster, you need to feed the platforms you're on with what it wants.
right,
You can't have it your way. You have to give it to them the way that they want you to give it to them in order for them to promote you. So the
right.
quartering kicks so much butt on YouTube because he puts out 5 videos daily, 5 long form videos daily, and he puts out roughly 14 shorts a day. Now he has a production method that he sticks to that allows him to do this with relatively few hours put into it. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a methodology. But we did a comparison on 2 channels. One of them was a channel called, I'm going to mess it up, Sharn Man or Shan Man or something like that. It's a heavily produced channel aimed at young people. It's educational and it talks basically it's like you ever heard of parents complaining about their kids being raised, I mean their ideas formed by YouTube creators. Okay. So
Mhm.
this is somebody who created a channel trying to put out inspirational and motivational content for young people.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's a studio, so he created all of his videos. His long form videos are like little after school specials. He has
Mhm.
actors in it. It's professionally done. The cameras move, so he has camera people. So it's not just fixed cameras. It's heavily produced. Okay, and it's costing money, serious money. And if you
Mm.
look at it, you know that there's got to be investors behind it, or he's risked a lot of his own personal money somehow, and he's doing well. Okay, so we took a look at his production, and we determined that so we went back a month. So we looked at the videos from the month before, added up the views. Okay, because the way YouTube works, pretty much your videos cap out after the first month. After the first month, you're going to get trickle views. They're not going to suddenly explode after they're out for a month. If they're going to get massive views, they're going to get massive views when they first get released. Okay? And Quentin, add these up for me. Actually, I don't need you to it's 7 plus 10 is 17 plus 8 is 25 plus 9 is 34.7. 34.7 million views on the videos released within that month. Okay, so that channel garnered 34.7 million views in a month's time for videos released 2 months ago. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, the quartering,
The quartering.
quartering in that same period of time garnered 15.3 million views on his videos
15 million views in a month.
in a month. 15.3 million in a month versus 34 million. So about a little less than half. But you got to realize the cost in producing those videos. Okay, so the quartering has been, he tries not to make videos about YouTube money, but he does talk. He's constantly trying to get you to follow him on all these alternative platforms. He wants you to be on Rumble. He wants you to be on all these other platforms.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of content he creates, he runs the risk of not only demonetization but deplatforming. So he
Yeah.
wants to get his audience on other platforms that don't treat conservative creators harshly. Okay, so he was talking about it, and he said that the way things are running right now, on the same number of views, his revenue has dropped more than 30%.
Dang.
Okay, so this month, last year, with the same number of views, and actually his views are even greater this year. His revenue is lower. His RPM, it's because of the RPM, the revenue per mil. It's dropping for creators like him. Okay, and actually, the creators overall have seen a drop in RPM. YouTube is basically not paying out like it used to.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody trying to cut money,
Okay.
talking about they ain't got money,
Yep.
but everybody billionaires.
So, but you think about it, and yeah, so that's the I mean, I guess these platforms evolve, right?
Hmm.
And so what's happening is this. So if you look at these two creators, number one, this other channel, I guess Sharn Man or so, I don't know what it's called. Sharman, maybe, or Shan Mar. Quentin, could you look it up?
You know I'm looking for it. I can't find
Get
it.
on YouTube and it's two words. Shar, Sharr space Mann. He's a the creator is Indian American, like Indian, like from India American.
Shari Man,
Is that how it's?
SharryMann.
Is what kind of content is it?
Let's see. New Punjabi songs.
Nope, that's not him. He does not do that. It's skits, like in a long form skits. Anyway, so his content definitely has a
Oh,
higher payout than the quartering does, because it's
but
aimed
it takes a lot more to produce
a
it.
lot more, and because of the intricacy of producing, he can release less. So he's getting more views. He's getting a ton of views per video, but he's making far fewer videos. Yeah, but he's still. But if you think about it, in the end, he probably earns more. I mean, like his earnings versus the quartering have got to be way, way, way higher, right? But his
Yeah, because you're in a
costs are
different
way, way,
bracket.
way higher. So costs are way higher. I mean, dramatically higher, and the amount of time it takes, so the amount of effort, the amount of work being put into it, everything is scripted. So he has staff people writing the scripts for these videos. He has actors he hires to be in the videos. And then of course there's got to be. I mean, like if you're working with all those people, there's going to be a director, probably him. There's lighting people. There's. I mean, it's legitimately a real production. Okay. Whereas the quartering can roll out of bed, and because he talks essentially about the same thing over and over again, he just he's focused on specific news stories as they evolve, and he just has to watch the news, see the latest developments about what's going on, and he reacts to it.
Yeah,
Right?
like I was just doing the analysis because I was kind of interested. Like the only person I know that's doing it on a quartering level, but it's kind of similar as Candace Owens. Candace Owens is doing 24 million a month, but the way she does hers is like there's one show every day. It goes live, and she's getting 1 million per episode,
Okay.
and it's minimal editing. Of course, you can tell that there's an editor there, and she puts in the research time.
Okay.
So it's research, minimal editing. So it's like both best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, combining like the shoe on head thing, where it's like the research and minimal editing, like quartering.
Does she? Do you, you,
And
you think she has? Production staff on site when she
she
does
does
it?
have a production staff because she talks about a production staff.
Okay.
She talks about the producer. Of course, they have an assistant, and there's other people there. Like if I had to guess, she has anywhere between 5 to 10 people.
Yeah. So it's like a talk show. I mean, she has researchers. See, the thing
Yeah, she
about
definitely she
yeah,
has
she has
researchers. She can't do all that
researchers,
herself.
and she has there's probably a teleprompter running, and
There is a teleprompter running,
yeah. See,
and she reads off it very well.
Yeah, the thing about the courting, why it's so easy to be him is okay. So think about it. Okay, so you two guys know me pretty well.
Mm.
There's like what topics do I have a great passion about? And in your vlog, you come back to it, right? If you talk about things you have a great passion about, you don't need scripts, especially
No,
if there's constant updates. I mean, like let's say for example, I try not to be passionate about things about current events, right? Because if you're passionate about current events, a lot of times that's just a
you're
setup.
gonna be out there no protesting no kings if
Yeah,
you passionate
it's
about current
it's just a
events.
setup to be pissed all the time, right?
Yes,
That's what it is. In the end, right? So, like, okay, so I can talk. I'm okay. I'm passionate about creating content simply, right? The easiest road to putting something out there. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about just doing it. Don't worry
hmm,
about everything being right. Just get out there and do it. And I have a lot of frustration around that because most of the people I consult with are too concerned about how they come off in
true.
public. Okay, and it's that's a problem because they're being told to just do it and they agree I should just do it, but then they find reasons not to just do it. Oh, I talked to my brother-in-law and he told me this. Oh, he said, oh, if I do this, then people were gonna make fun of me, and blah blah blah. Or like, thing is, when you create, it is a job. I mean, look at it as a business. It's a maybe not a job, but it's a business. You want to create content and be financially successful.